This is a project on which I am working from last 2 months, and it was quite a challenge for me because I was raised in a typical Indian middle class family where on dinner table we talk about cricket, politics, TV shows or new release movies. But I wouldn't remember a single serious conversation happen on finance rather than taking debt from bank and how people are doing fraud with banks and living country. And really I never bothered about these things. That was until I stumbled across an mind-blowing podcast of Naval Ravikant, How to Get Rich Without Getting Lucky. And after watching this podcast, I understand some of the most basic truth about money that society never tells us about. And that is, making money is not a thing you do, it's a skill that you learn. And to learn this skill, it has no correlation to academics, no correlation to IQ, no correlation to degree. And our education system totally misses out this point that how money works. Because we do not have knowledge of financial literacy. The total number of hours anybody has got on financial knowledge is probably 2 or 3 hours for their entire life. Our whole life we chase money, study hard to earn money, complete degree to earn money, doing a job that we wouldn't love anymore only because we are getting salary at the end of the month. Might be some of you want to travel whole world. Might be some of you want to buy your favorite car. Or might be you're a student who want to pay their college fee. Or you may just want financial independence from your parents. But how? How you are going to do this without understanding money? In our families, we do not talk about money or financial literacy. It is like talking on sexual literacy in India. It's almost shameful to talk about money because it demonstrates weakness in some ways. Since India is a status-driven society, so we are a society that all pretends to be cool, but we do not understand the concept of wealth and money. In India, almost 99% of the people don't understand inflation. Since we don't understand inflation, we have no understanding of what compound interest is. And we don't know that if we keep all our money in saving accounts, earning 3% interest, where the country's inflation is 6%, which eventually deteriorates our wealth. We don't understand because all of us grow with this mindset where parents told us to save money, so everybody save money instead of invest money. Everybody has a saving accounts earning 3% interest, whereas if you put certain amount of your money in liquid mutual fund or whatever your mutual fund or index fund, you can earn actually a lot more than that. But that idea of save money keeps us all in that particular manner. Our parent does not know how to create wealth. Our school and colleges doesn't teach us about it. And we are very happy getting our status from these Instagram videos and likes. And the problem with the like is that not everyone can make it big. Not everyone can have a huge followers on Instagram like Virat and Ronaldo, because status is a zero-sum game. But on other side, creating wealth is not a zero-sum game. It is a positive-sum game. We all can be wealthy if you understand the science behind how money works, the actual equation to wealth. What if I told you that you don't have to sacrifice on those dreams of buying your favorite car or traveling around the world, paying your own bills? It is possible. There is a side to the coin that you are not being shown, and at the end of this video, you will understand the another side of that coin. At the end of this video, the way you perceive money is going to change forever. The way you see the wealth changes forever. And this isn't a how-to video or step-by-step guide. Instead, through this video, you will going to take your first step towards your financial literacy journey. So, are you with me? Still with me? Then let's not waste any more time. What is money? To understand directly, let's start from where money must have started. Let's go the time when culture started. I believe that time was all about barter economy. Means people used to exchange things with each other. Before agriculture revolution, each band hunted, gathered and manufactured almost everything it requires, from medicine to meat. Different band members may have specialized in different tasks, but they share their goods and services through an economy of favor and obligations. The band was economically independent. Only a few rare items that could not be found locally had to be obtained from strangers. This could usually be done by a simple barter economy. But this all changed with the one set of agriculture revolution, with the rise of cities and kingdoms, and the improvement in transport infrastructure brought about new opportunities for specialization. Densely populated cities provide full-time employment not just for professional shoemakers and doctors but also for carpenters, priests, soldiers and lawyers. Villages that gain a reputation for producing really good wine, oil or ceramics discover that it was worth their while to specialize nearly exclusively in that product and trade it with other settlements for all their other goods they needed. This made a lot of sense. Climate and soil differ, so why drink mediocre wine from your backyard if you can buy a smoother variety from a place whose soil and climate is much better suited to grasp wine? If the clay in your backyard makes stronger and prettier pots, then you can make an exchange. Furthermore, full-time specialist vendors and porters, not to mention doctors and lawyers, can hone their expertise to the benefit of all. But specialization creates a problem. How do you manage the exchange of goods between the specialists? An economy of favor and obligation doesn't work when large number of strangers try to cooperate. It's one thing to provide free assistance to a sister or a neighbor, a very different thing to take care of foreigners who might never reciprocate the favor. One can fall back to barter. But barter is effective only when exchanging a limited range of products. It cannot form the basis for a complex economy. In order to understand the limitation of barter, let's assume a potter made a pot and a blacksmith made an axe, and they used to exchange the pot and axe. That's how economy used to work. But there was a big problem with the barter economy, and that is, when the potter made the pots, he doesn't need the axe at the same time, or we can invert the situation that blacksmith doesn't require the pots at the same time when he made the axe. This problem is called the double coincidence of wants. Means they don't require each other things at the same time. So naturally, now the problem is both want to sell their product because they both require each other's product. So in this situation, they came with an agreement called IOU. So what is IOU? Let's understand it with the most basic example. Let's say you borrow $100 from your friends. Now to provide the existence of this debt agreement, you write I will pay you $100 on January 10, 2022 on paper and give it to your friend. Now that handwritten notes serve as an IOU. In one way, they might have made some credit instrument. Now the thing is that this problem is of two people. What if there are 200 people in village? Then how would you keep record of all those 200 people's barter deals? At that time, they invented the concept of ledger account. This is a book contain a record of every financial transaction that take place between the two individuals. But the problem is when you have created a ledger account, so now just assume that you give me 50 pots and I am supposed to give you 5x in returns. But you and myself have many incomplete trade with other people. So after a month or two, you need to settle the trades. It means settling the account. So to settle this account, maybe you do not have any pot or X present at that time. Now to settle this account, you need a unit. This unit will be your unit of account and also a medium of exchange. So the unit in which you can do the mere and can't do the exchange, there can be complication in the account. That's why people might have understand quickly that if they wanted to start ledger account, then they need to have a unit or a medium of exchange for their IOU. So, someone might have made a copper coin, some could have made a feather, one might have made a stone sculpture, but currency would have been the one which has less supply, not the one which has more supply. So, when the ledger account were introduced, money was also introduced at the same time. In this manner, these both things have been started together. So money was created many times in many places. Its development required no technological breakthroughs. It was a purely mental revolution. It involved the creation of a new inner subjective realities that exist solely in people's sheer imagination. Money is the system of mutual trust, and not just any system of mutual trust. Money is the most universal and most efficient system of mutual trust human ever created. What created this trust was very complex and long-term network of political, social and economic relations. Why do I believe in dollar bill or gold coin? Because my neighbors believe in them. And we all believe in them because our governments believe in them and demands them in taxes. Take a dollar bill and look at it carefully. you will see that it is simply a colorful piece of paper with the signature of the US Secretary of Treasury on one side and the slogan "In God We Trust" on the other. We accept the dollar in payment because we trust in God and the US Secretary of the Treasury. The crucial role of trust explain why our financial system are so tightly bound up with our political, social and ideological systems, why financial crises are often triggered by political developments, and why the stock market can rise or fall depending on the way the traders feel on the particular morning. Similarly, the fact that another person believes in gold coin or dollar bill is enough to strengthen our own beliefs in them. Christians and Muslims who could not agree on religious beliefs, because whereas religion asks us to believe in something, money asks to believe that other people believe in something. For thousands of years, philosophers, thinkers and prophets have besmirched money and called it the root of all evil. Be that it may, money is also the opening of human tolerance. Money is more open-minded than language, state laws, cultural codes, religious beliefs and social habits. Money is the only trust system created by humans that can bridge almost any cultural gap, and that does not discriminate on the basis of religion, gender, race, age or sexual orientation. Thanks to money, that even people who don't know each other and don't trust each other can nevertheless cooperate effectively. Money is the most universal and most efficient system of mutual trust ever created. So now I think you may have got the new perspective to look money, the deeper understanding of money. Of course, money is far too vast for me to cover in a single video like this. But if you do want to get started on your financial literacy journey, I think it is a perfect base for you to start. I try my best to tell you the most basic truth about money that society never tells us about, so you can have a better understanding of it.
So I will end this all with the same note, that is, together we learn, we grow. You're watching Genius.